Our Serum 2 pack has been making massive waves in the techno and hard techno scenes, and I'm going to show you why you absolutely need it in your arsenal. Not only will it give you the chance to learn the game-changing new features of Serum 2 from over 150 brand new Serum 2 presets, Serum 2 has allowed us to create the most powerful next-generation techno presets ever released, giving you endless inspiration and options to make bangers. We made sure to include all the iconic sounds of modern harder techno, from insane techno kicks and harder style kicks ready out of the box, to massive acid basses, screeches, synths, and much, much more. So let's hop into the pack so I can show you why you're missing out if you're not using these game-changing presets. So before I get into the actual presets, there's something about them that really sets these apart from all the other Serum 2 presets that are out there right now. Absolutely nothing here has been repurposed from Serum 1, and that's what we're seeing on the market right now, is that a lot of people are just kind of repurposing Serum 1, turning them into Serum 2. All these are designed from the ground up to show you how the top producers are going to be using all these new features, and to make sure you're able to hop into them and learn all the new features and implement them into your own music. And one of those new features included is this clip feature. This is absolutely game-changing for the terms of presets and showing you how these presets should be used in context, because we can actually write an entire MIDI clip into each individual preset. And you see, for instance, this one has like 11 different MIDI clips. That way we can show you how the preset should be used in context and give you an example of a type of melody or rhythm that should be used for each individual preset. And something else that's really, really cool is, say you're going through these presets and you're previewing the clips and trying to find one that you like. You can literally click and hold this right here and drag it over into your piano roll. And what that's going to do is place all the MIDI information directly into your piano roll. So if you find one of these clips that you like, it's super easy to just drag that in and start customizing to fit, your unique track. The whole point of presets is obviously to speed up your workflow and inspire new ideas for tracks. And having them in preset form makes sure that you can kind of customize everything to fit whatever track you're working on and to make it unique to your style. And just to be able to add that extra layer of all this MIDI information and clip information into every preset is absolutely insane. The next feature, which has been insanely helpful for those like really good analog acid basses, is this ARP feature. So for instance, we can come in here and literally make custom ARPs for all the acid basses so that you can kind of listen to them in context and also customize the ARPs to fit your track and kind of rework them to fit whatever vibe you're going for. So with this ARP feature turned on, which, what would usually be just an acid bass like this, so now with that ARP function, we can literally do a single button press and have a really, really sick acid bass. Literally one Serum note right here. Another massive new feature of Serum 2 is the use of 8 different macros. We made sure to use as many of these as possible on every single sound to give you a ton of versatility and even easier customization to make them all fit, whatever track you're working on. You can very, very easily take an ARP that kind of sounds like this, and just by quickly playing with these macros, you can come up with really, really quick variations kind of on the spot. Super useful, especially in the instance of acid basses, to make sure you're having really, really good progression and variation through automation and making sure it's, continuing to be interesting, and just makes it super, super easy to achieve that. And so for the next thing, which is in my opinion one of the most game-changing features and changes to Serum 2, is not only the use of 3 different oscillators, but also the different oscillator types. We can now use these as very complex like samplers and granulizers, and what we've been able to do with that new feature is achieve sounds that were never possible in the original version of Serum. And so the reason that's so exciting for techno and harder techno production is because we're able to make insanely powerful and ready out of the box kicks within Serum 2. Things like industrial techno kicks, hard techno kicks, or even techno kicks in general all relied on very advanced post-processing techniques to get to sound proper. And now with the incredibly expansive FX racks that we have, FX bussing and mixer bussing, we're able to achieve those really classic and really hard to make techno kicks all within Serum 2, meaning that you'll be able to not only learn how to create kicks like these yourself in Serum 2, but be able to customize every single one of these kick presets to fit whatever track you're working on. And honestly, we included a ton of them, and all of them sound absolutely insane. Even got some of those classic gabber kicks. Like, bro, listen to this. Once again, you have use of all these different macros to turn a kick from, this essentially into this with just, a very quick kind of customization. Start, find a kick you like, throw something quick over it, and then really mold each individual kick preset into something that kind of fits you and fits the track that you're working on. And also, just to confirm, every single preset that you're going to hear in this video is dry out of the box. There's absolutely no post-processing on these whatsoever. This is what you're hearing is what you're going to get out of the pack. And to be able to have kicks that sound this good out of the box like this is insane. We also included out-of-the-box ready punches. These are kind of less processed versions of those full techno kicks that you're going to want in the end result in your track. They just have those really clean punches that once again you can customize and tailor to, you know, whatever idea you have in your head for a kick, and just kind of start with a much more customizable beginning aspect of your kick, build your rumble off of what's here. And once again, you know, this preset name is Perfect Rumble Starter, and that's what these are intended for, is to much more easily kind of refine that perfect punch that you want and then mold your own kind of rumble and processing after it. So really kind of giving you options for if you're a completely newer, you know, producer of techno that doesn't know how to make your own kicks, we have stuff for you. And if you're a more advanced producer, we have a much easier kind of starting point for you to keep your workflow going and also still give you tons of customization and understanding of how to get the most out of Serum 2. These are all out-of-the-box presets over, you know, screeches and different sounds. It's insane how powerful these kicks are. Another kick version we're super proud of that we included in this pack are like raw style and harder style kicks. Hard style kick fills have become kind of signature in these harder styles of techno. So we wanted to make sure to include all those classic, really, really hard to make hard style and raw style kicks so that you can kind of build your own fills or even build your own techno kicks off of them. But these things are absolutely insane and once again, completely out of the box from Serum 2. Yeah, just insane. Super, super nasty, man. Once again, filled with macros, just customizable. It's absolutely insane, man, and super, super excited to have these kicks in Serum preset form, just ready to go for all you guys. The next aspect we're super, super stoked about is, of course, the screeches, something we've definitely become known for. We included tons of super, super sick screeches and really next level screeches, once again, utilizing all those new features of Serum 2. Once again, really making use of these macros. We have super, super refined FX chains in all of these for dry and wet tones. So they have complete control over all the FX and different aspects of the sound. And of course, you'll still have customization over all those individual FX within the preset itself. All the presets have super, super complicated FX racks, making use of all these new features and options within the FX. They're just insanely, insanely advanced and much, much more refined screeches than we've ever been able to put out before. And once again, just naturally sounding super, super solid out of the box, and dragging and dropping one of these clips in here. And circling back to acid bases, which is once again an iconic aspect of techno. Just included so many sick acid bases, and what we're able to do with them is much, much more complex. All the different options and filters have really, really allowed us to nail that really classic analog acid bass sound and really evolve on it and give you tons of options for customization and making a really, really sick and powerful acid bass sequence that stands out. Just having all these macros to automate, man, it's just really changes the game for insanely sick acid basses out of the box. It's just insane, man. Super, super sick. I mean, they're so fun to play with. Super fun to use. I could literally go on just playing with these forever. The way I like to know if a preset is super, super good, and this is kind of the quality control we do on all the presets we get delivered, is you just go in and make music with them. We want to make sure they're all easy to use in context and they all inspire ideas and make you want to produce. Another way we're able to use the features of Serum 2 to really get that like classic acid bass and classic analog sound is we're able to apply multiple distortion chains. And that's just a really crucial feature we didn't have access to in Serum 1 and is really, really important to be able to emulate that like analog amp processing that was, you know, vital to that acid bass sound. Another cool thing is we included a ton of FX chains. So in Serum 2, you can save all of your FX chains as like a bus preset. What you can do is you can go into all all these presets and find one that you really, really like and apply that same FX chain into the preset you're working on, or B, just go into all of our FX chain presets that we included and drag them in as you're sound designing. You know, if you want to start from scratch and kind of kickstart your flow a little bit and kind of speed up your workflow, it just makes it super, super sick to have those as well. Another sound that we're really, really able to nail in a completely different light in Serum 2 are those classic techno stabs and hard techno stabs. This is one of my favorite sounds in techno, and to have these sounding this good is super, super game changing. The only way to really achieve this was with the use of sampling or sampler style plugins like Rave Generator. But now you have a ton more customization to what you're able to do with these, and also learn how you can kind of use Serum to make your own much, much more unique stabs as opposed to using something like Rave Generator. And of course, we included a ton of other synths, leads, and arps. These synths have been super, super fun to work with. And having these clips on all of them just makes it super, super fun to understand, like I said, how they should be used in context and just kind of spark different ideas. Again, flexing that new art feature, flexing the new clip feature, it's super, super fun. Like I said, tons of these include a ton of different flavors of MIDI clips, and it's super, super easy to use them. These are also insanely useful for like intros and breaks and stuff too. Like all these don't have to be like your lead synths. Super, super fun to play with these for all your intros and stuff too. There's an insanely sick arps as well. Yeah, like I said, anything that really just inspires you to make music is what's important. That's what we really, really focused on here. Yeah, and honestly, everything that I showed you here just scratches the surface of the insane presets that we've included here. The response we've gotten to it already has been absolutely massive, and everybody's been saying amazing things, and we're super, super glad to hear that. I definitely think this will be game-changing for any techno producer to have in their library. Getting this jumpstart kind of look into the power of Serum 2 and how it can affect your techno production will be crucial to, you know, kind of evolving as a producer with the new software and programs that are coming out. I'll be including a discount code in the pinned comment below, and I really, really appreciate you watching this far. Hope you enjoy these presets as much as we do. Now go make some techno records.